So we're riding pretty much north up out of Waymeet. Actually, no, it's south. I'm thinking of the wrong farm. I think you forgot the Shrews quest in Nickel Delving. If you mean this one, close up their burrows. I do have that one already. Or the chicken run. I've got to close the burrows. So am I a bit further around? There we go. So close these. Are they going to get angry? Yes, they are. They're threatening to attack. Punch the shrew. And there we go. I've got my first class skill deed. So use your setup attacks: low strike, sinister cross, and dexterous hook. So those are the 3 skills that I've already got. My 1, 2, and 3. So any of those will level it up. I need to use them 100 times. So if they still haven't set a daily cap on it, I'll be able to get 100 today, basically. Probably very quickly, because pressing this 100 times is not going to take long. I'm already on 14. Punch, punch, punch. Oh god, we've got another one now. So we've got overhand smash. Use overhand smash 100 times. So that one will be a little bit slower just because we have a cooldown on that and we only have 1 skill that advances it. So basically just spam all my buttons like I normally would, really. Last burrow we need. Keeper, what was that mentioned? It was you mentioned somewhere. Yeah, you were mentioned. Lost Shire Hobbit is a veteran fan of the Let's Play. They've watched it 3 or 4 times and they've just started watching it again. So they're quite fond of all the cast of characters that shows up, including yourself. Like I said, I love when streamers have pets like doggos or catos. My cats have buggered off again. I can usually tell which one of them it is trying to get into the room, because one of them is quite aggressive at trying to get in and will kind of almost be ripping up the carpet to try and get in, or sticking their paws underneath the door. And the other one just kind of lightly paws and scratches at the door. And in this case it was the latter one. So I let her in, the other one's sleeping outside the door. She had a quick look around, decided it wasn't very interesting and decided to bugger off again and leave me alone. So typical cat, they make you do something and then decide that they don't actually want to do what they thought they did. Where am I going? Okay, so that one wants to go get handed in back in town, so we'll leave that for now. Still got to talk to Lobelia, we've got to collect Dora's chickens. Okay, so Dora's chickens was up north. It just wasn't on my quest tracker. I'm not going crazy. Yeah, this setup strike is being used quite quickly. We're already on 32 out of 100. Can remove those. Just because we don't need to keep a constant eye on those. They'll get done when they get done. Keeper says, "Oh, nice, fair plays to you, Lost Shire Hobbit." Yeah, so yeah, Biel, aka Keeper Elos, does occasionally bug me on streams. We're usually gaming quite a bit anyway, yeah, offline as well. Right, aggravated wolf. Let's punch in. I've got a new skill actually pop up. Oh, Christ, I managed to aggro everything here. New deed, Wolf Slayer. Right. Let's move some of these skills up the top. Right. And then once we've killed him, let's see what our new skill is. So we have Get Serious. Regenerate metal and gain a damage buff. So increase damage for 6 seconds. It costs power and has a 30-second cooldown. So what does it do when it regenerates metal then? Right, so it slowly ticks up, it gives me ticks. So it doesn't say in the tooltip, but I think that was 1 metal every second for 6 seconds as well. That sounds about right, I didn't see the buff. Right, Dora's chickens. Pick those up. There we go, that's 1. Another one over here. So, wolves in the Shire is one of the various slay deeds we need to do. And the best place to do the wolves is just north of Dora's farm. So inside the farm itself, and then there's a wolf den just north over here. It's fairly easy to do. You can kind of loop around in either a big circle or a figure 8 or something like that. And they're fairly easy to mop up if you want to get all your questing deeds done. Right, Dora's chicken's done. Take off the wolves. So then we have to do Farms of the Shire as another exploration deed. So Dora Brownlock's farm is just where we are now, just kind of north of Waymeet. Then we've got Bam Furlong, which I believe is Farmer Maggot's place, which is over here, just south of Stock. And then the other ones, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think Appledores is this one west of the hill. Southfields might be the one south of Mickledelving. Old Odo's Leaf Farm and Puddifoot's Fields. I can't remember for the life of me where those two are. Possible one could be one near Tuckborough. I think the other one's over one of these. Maybe. We'll probably easily tick it off as we go along anyway. But yeah, it's been so long since I've quested over here. Stalk of Rhubarb, that's something you can gather if you're doing cooking. There we go, Copper Deposit, this is what we can mine as a prospector, but I don't have my prospecting tools equipped. We can mine on horseback as well, but we won't get the animation. Keeper says, by Budgeford is another good place for the wolves near the broken wall area. So, Budgeford over here, so yeah, there's a wall. Can't really tell where it is on the map, but it's north, possibly like over there. That's where you're thinking. If memory serves, there is a warg over there as well that we have to kill for a quest. Right, so speak to Dora.
Please leave me to my sorrow.
I don't know that I can go home until I know those wolves are gone for good. What if they come for my babies again? You were so brave to rescue my little darlings. I'm sure you could do something about the wolves. The awful beast that attacked my farm came from the north. There must be a wolf den there somewhere among the hills north of my farm. Oh, please do hurry. I would like to go home soon. So, kill 8 wolves. So, we'll keep that on the quest tracker and track some more nearby quests, but I missed. So, most of those are actually sending me back into town. So let's go back and do the wolf den then. And I think we can hand in some stuff in Mickledelving, then come back and deliver the post to Needlehole's the next place to go through. That being said, I probably will be calling an end to this stream soonish. So maybe when we eventually get to Needlehole, that might be a good stopping point. So up and over the farm then. And then just down in this valley, we have to defeat wolves at the wolf den. So anyone will count. Punch them all. I'll stick that on the second row just because it's not a combat skill, it's just kind of a buff kind of skill. Punch all these. I like how I don't have many quests, so it's decided that the quest to go to Breetown is in my top 5 newest quests. And I would have to walk across the entirety of the Shire and most of Breeland as well to get there. Go, free. Let's chuck a mug in his face, just in case there's a deed. I'm pretty sure there is a class deed for that skill at some point. I don't know when it unlocks though. That makes 6, 7 over here. Let's throw a mug at one of the other ones. Why not make it the wolf leader? Bang. Actually, I pulled an extra one. Not that it matters too much. It just means I get a head start on my wolf lady. 7, that's 8. And then we've got 9, and now 10 is running as well. So we have to hand that back in at Dora Brown Lock in Waymeet. Spank, there we go, mount up. There's more than one wolf leader apparently. So back to Waymeet for Dora Brown Lock. The prologue quest is in Hobbiton at Bag End. We'll probably save that for another time. Just because it's a little bit of effort getting over to the hill and then coming back for the quest that we're trying to do right now. And then I think Ruby Prinstone and Griffo Boffin are both in Mickle Delving. We don't care about that one, so that can come off. So yeah, that's the only quest we've got at the minute. Like I said, oh yeah, the Slayer deeds. Back in the days of my first playthrough, I fought 60 wolves. Was that? Was too much in the Lone Lands. If only I knew what came after that. Presumably you mean the Warg Slayer deed. Because yeah, they're a bit of a bugger. Because it wants you to kill Wargs. Warg Slayer with the east side of town is a lot harder as well. Mainly because most of them are in stealth, just being cheeky buggers. Alright, Dora Brown Lock.
Oh, woe is me.
Thank you for your efforts, Sylri. We won't need to fear these wolves now that you've killed their leader. What? You didn't see their leader at the wolf den? He won't be an ordinary pack leader, that's for sure. The real leader of the wolves must be in hiding. Until we do something about the chief wolf, no one in the area will be safe.
I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
There's been rumour of a scarred old wolf spotted away from the rest of the pack, in fact across the road from the wolf den north of my farm. I don't know what might have happened, but I think it's fair to say this old wolf must be their leader, exiled for some reason. Now, I think I've done something terribly foolish, Sylri. My neighbour, Jolly Smallburrow, is a true gentle hobbit, and I suspect he's something of an admirer of mine. Unfortunately, I mentioned this wolf business to him, and he swore to take care of it. If you don't mind, would you please find Jolly before the wolf does? I'll feel terrible if something happens to him. So hopefully that's the last of your wolf quests. Then we're done here with the post. So, back up north, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's along the road to the north, up into the bogs. Yeah, certain Slayer deeds are worse than others, and you get that for every region. Most of the ones in the starter areas are pretty straightforward. They're easy to come by. Wolves and spiders and the like. Some are a little bit slower. Like marsh flies in Breeland can be a bit harder just because they only spawn in the marshes and you have to make sure you go around there a few times until you can find enough that you need. Generally, like, wolves are pretty easy to do in any of the regions. Same for like goblins and so forth. But there are certainly some deeds in later parts of the game where you need an obscene number of things you need to kill, because a lot of them tend to be standardised to certain numbers for the normal Slayer and the advanced Slayer deed. And with some mobs being easier to come by than others, it can make certain deeds a lot easier than other ones. I don't know why he's just camping in the middle of the road.
Hello.
Getting in everyone's way. Dora was worried about me, truly. Perhaps she does have feelings for me. Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little worried myself about what would happen once that wolf showed its muzzle around here. I felt sure my bucket of boar meat would lure the beast out of hiding too. Ah well, maybe I didn't get enough smelly boar meat. I'll clean this up and we can go talk to Dora together. Oh well, I suppose I should clean up this bait. Gracious me, what do I do with it? It smells something awful. We're going to get ambushed, aren't we? Oh no! There he is. Nice wolf, help. This is literally what happened in D&D. Keep you still in the chat. This is literally what our little hobbit, not hobbit, a little gnome Peanut did when wolves came to the camp at night. He tried to offer them beef jerky and it didn't go well. Though in-game here has got a bit better than our D&D session because the wolves nearly wiped the entire party, which was good fun, but unexpected that they did so bad. So mount back up and back to Dora Brown Lock. Loxic, by the way, I never heard of Brawler class. Is that new? Yes, so this class came out with the Fate of Gundabad expansion, which came out at some point this autumn. I want to say maybe September or thereabouts, or was it later? I can't remember. But it's LOTRO's newest expansion. As the name suggests, it's dealing with Mount Gundabad up in the north. So if we go over to the east, so Mount Gundabad is all up here. So depending on where you've got through in the game or where you knew what we were doing, so there was a lot of stuff going up into like Northern Mirkwood to Erebor, the Iron Hills, Withered Heath, and then we kind of ended up going back to like Wells of Langflood, and which I haven't done, so all this is new to me, and kind of working our way up the river, ending up at Gundabad and going into Gundabad, reclaiming it from all the nasty gobbos that live up there now. But I haven't done any of that stuff, so hopefully you haven't got any follow-up questions. But yeah, the Brawler class is brand new with that expansion. Currently you have to buy the expansion to access the class, it can't be purchased separately. But at some point when they put the expansion available for LOTRO points in the store, they will put the class in there as a separate purchase as well. But I don't know when that's planned to be. I would say it's probably going to be maybe going into Easter next year that it might go in the store, but I don't know what the date is. I don't think they've announced anything yet.
I'm sorry, my thoughts were elsewhere.
So the wolf in exile, you rescued Jolly Sylri, and thank goodness, I knew there wouldn't be an old wolf that could do you in, though I'm sure the same can't be said for poor well-meaning Mr. Smallburrow. I have not yet decided whether to take him up on his dinner invitation. Yes, he ran straight here to ask before you even returned. So we can get a chest piece, which is medium armour, but it does have more armour, but I'll stick with my heavy. Right, so that's your quest done. So I do have the bundle from the postman, but given that that is for Waymeet,
might I have a word with you?
I will come back to that in a minute. So let's go back into Mickle Delving and hand in these two quests. So Keepy's responded to you as well, look at it. And yeah, Peanut pacified some of them. So yeah, I did have to pull my punches a bit in that encounter. So one of the wolves did go away satisfied with his beef jerky, leaving two for the group to fight. Although one of them eventually was pacified and ran off, and the third one was just a dire wolf or something. It was just tearing through the group, ripping everyone a new one, I think, until you got saved at the end of that encounter. Good times.
It's been a foul day, it has.
So, thank you for your help, Bounder Siri. This should discourage the shrews from burrowing near the town for a while at least. So I can either get a cloak, which is not quite as good, or a shield, which I can't use as a brawler. Ding, we got a level up. No new skills this time. And I just realised I haven't actually spent any of my trait points. So we don't care about the VIP rewards guy. The other quest is up here. Oh, there you go. He's looked at the FAQ. So, can I purchase the expansion with LOTRO points? The Fate of Gundabad expansion will be available for LOTRO points in May 2022. So it's a bit later than I thought it would be. There's a quest in the tavern as well. So presumably, when that happens, the class will be purchasable as a separate thing as well. So it's basically there's an exclusive period where the stuff has to be paid for, which, alright, may be a bit of a pain in the backside if you don't have the money to spend stuff. And LOTRO expansions can be a bit pricey with some of the premium packages. But it makes sense, you know, the devs have got to pay the bills and keep the lights on, otherwise no one can play LOTRO in any form. So
hello there.
I think it's not an unreasonable exclusive period. It's maybe a bit more than 6 months.